I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
The Knockem Day Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
Behind the bag, it gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Day Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warms up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
calling all your friends. The party never ends. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. They suck.
There we go. Hi, everybody. Excuse me. It's Friday. I don't know. I've had this cough for like a couple days.
Yeah, you know what? I have to.
Okay.
Because you're always like,
Oh,
sorry,
yeah, I
that
know.
doesn't normally happen to me.
No, like the choking. I'm always clearing my throat, but the this choking
Yeah,
cough.
that
of
one.
mine.
But it made me. It reminded me because there's been a couple of times this week that you're like, I was going to tell you this doesn't normally happen to me.
Well,
and it's
yesterday I was in the middle of talking to my Kaplan, all of a sudden out of nowhere, like that's not the norm. This
I don't know.
nervous.
They all seem to do the same.
That's a nervous habit that I've had. It developed when I was sick, actually, and I've never gotten rid of it.
Never worked on it.
No.
Make it like because that would be a much more.
I found that a little
Engaging.
rousing, actually, just now.
Sorry, that doesn't normally happen to me. I gotta get rid of this.
If we can get Chris Thomas to do that today, I can't. I don't know what's going to
left
happen.
on my own, maybe I would be able to.
Hey, Andy's here, and Chris Thomas is on her way. That's a nice, pleasant surprise. Chris Thomas said she's going to hang with us today. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club, right here in Levittown, on Gov's Comedy Club podcast, YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. But we are following the comments on the YouTube feed. So if you like to comment and say hello, please reach out to us on the YouTube feed.
Reach out to me.
Just like John Rusciello has. Hello, John. He says, nice sweatshirt, he says. Is that me?
It would have to be.
Yeah,
but
I'm
that's
wearing-
not really. It's more of a
Yeah, that's right. I got confused. It's more just
long
really
sleeve tee.
Yeah, it's a
kinda
long sleeve tee.
Fine.
For
All right,
my-
I'm putting
my
mine
ghost.
straight on all messages.
Oh, thank you.
That should be part of your mental checklist from now on.
Yes, you're absolutely right about that.
I feel bad, because it. Remember on I don't know if it was this Tuesday. It might
yeah,
have
it
been
was
the
this
Tuesday
Tuesday.
before where I was like, remember to put no, because I wasn't able because the shit at work was going crazy, so I wasn't there for
You're right.
most
It was
of it.
last. Yeah.
And so I
This Tuesday, I remembered on my own to do it.
sweet and I'm like, oh, like it's like, question 8. I'm like, oh fuck, you know what? He's not. He probably hasn't.
It was like question 8. Yeah.
So I'm like, damn it. And I'm angry at myself for not remembering. But then I'm like, if I did remember, I kind of look like a dick up front going, hey, Tony, put it on all comments.
Why do you look like a dick?
Because
No,
I
didn't-
would say it like that.
Oh, all right. See,
I mean,
yeah.
type.
I have a
that's what
false sense of who you are because I read it like, hey, pal, I'm here to help.
That's usually.
Fix it.
But I always think that people are probably like, because I can also be a little sarcastic a la Dennis Miller.
Oh, is that what that is?
Okay, cupcake.
All right, now I got you.
It's not like Nero with his violin, if you know what I'm saying, except it's a one-leg Johnny.
I used to love his show.
I loved him when he was on Saturday Night Live, and I
Yeah,
liked his.
that
I
too.
did like his stand up when he was on, like that late '80s, early '90s stuff that I saw him in. But yeah, whenever anybody gets political, it's just like, it's like I don't know. They just give up. It's almost. It feels like people have given up when they get into that hacky ass political shit.
Yeah,
because
I
listen,
agree.
there's political statements. And should be completely clear. There are legitimate political comedians and comedy to be had, but when it's just like low hanging fruit after low hanging fruit after
Right.
low hanging fruit, it's
Yep.
like.
And speaking of comedians, are you familiar with Kenny DeForest? Oh, that's his name.
Kenny of the Forest.
Kenny DeForest.
Yes, Kenny of the Forest.
Well, not DeForest Kelly, who played
Right. McCoy.
I couldn't remember his name.
I gave you as much rope that I possibly
I know
could.
you did. Dr. McCoy was DeForest Kelly. This is Kenny DeForest, comedian out of New York City.
No, do not know.
He was on TV a lot. He was on Seth Meyer had him on a lot on his talk show.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry. He passed away in some kind of freak bicycle accident.
Right.
That's all I had.
Okay. Well, no guarantees that if you ever ask me again, I'll remember that we had this conversation. There's no guarantees.
Greg Halverson says, yes, keep politics out of entertainment.
Well, fuck that. Politics should be everywhere because it's life and art is life. That's entertainment is art, whether you like it or not. But it should be done. If you cannot do it to the level that it needs to be handled, don't do it. You're totally right there.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, and I know you're going to kill me, but I'm going to bring up John Lennon, who I felt did it right. He did it right.
Oh, my God. Again, that comment was, I always think that I'm a really big Beatles fan until I hear people like you guys having a conversation. I realize I'm not as much of a fan as like these guys. It's like you and Joe Jesu and
why'd you go there?
And Fugelsang, because that's what because you had gotten upset thought that because Ken Pichelle framed it as like being a dick. Like by his next comment, I'm like, that's not at all what I.
No, Ken Pichelle framed it because I took it the wrong way. I'm taking the hit on that.
And I'm like, there's no fucking no, because then he kept going with it, and I was like,
oh, did he?
I'm like,
no, I just thought you were going to kill me because I just thought you'd see it as such a cliche thing. I'm just realizing that monitor's out. So now there's 2 monitors that are out in here. What the? Let me just try and turn that on and see what happens. I got to turn it on. I got to just talk nice to it. And
hey, baby, why don't you turn on for Daddy?
Oh, all right. So maybe it is.
Maybe somebody just turned it off.
Well, yeah, I'll get to
on. Because that happens to me at home all the time, and I'm so angry because it takes like a few seconds for it to shut down.
Right.
Then it's going to take a few seconds to go up, pop back up.
No,
Well, that one just came on.
That one just came on.
Now that one's off.
That one hasn't been working for a while.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wait. I'm going to wait for Chris Thomas to get in, then I'll get into what I think may have happened there. You know, guests of the club last night that I've been complaining about all week. Yeah.
More like a dirt opera.
No, so I think Lennon did it right because he really didn't go politically one way or the other. He just kept preaching peace and stop the war and that kind of thing.
Well, see, but there's a lot of that's what's so funny. Stupid people see that as taking a side, though.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's kind of like, I'm not going to get too far into this, but there's other things going on right now that it's the same sort of thing.
Yes, agreed.
It's like, hey, listen. And the only way I've been so tempted, and I wish if I was a bigger name, maybe I would do this, or maybe lesser of a name, if that's possible. I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
To go, yeah, kill them all, and like that be the way to put the mirror up.
Right. Yeah.
To be like, they shouldn't stop. They should kill every single person.
Just nuke the whole place.
Right. Because when 9/11 happened, I was in the Air Force, and the phrase that was used was, let's go over there and turn the whole region into a big piece of glass. Which the implication is there is sand there.
Right, yeah.
Giant nuclear explosion they don't seem that smart.
I actually didn't get that, believe it or not.
Heat it up, it turns into glass. Like that was our go-to, like being angry thing. But after a while, and then you go there and you actually do meet some of the people. And of course, media and some legit things have happened in the world. Like the little kid that you're like, hey kid, here's a candy bar. And then they like carry a bomb and blow up like you and all your friends.
Yeah.
But no, you meet all these fucking people who are really nice and normal.
Right.
And you're like,
right.
Oh, wait a second. Like, you would be trapped under the glass. Mm-hmm. That's probably not cool.
Well, yeah, I've been laughed at, but I've talked about it before on the show, and I'll say it again. In 1987, there was a TV special that I watched. It was a Billy Joel thing from when he went over to Russia in the summer of 87. He went there to do concerts. And that was during the Cold War, and that's when, like, we're brainwashed into thinking, or with any country we're fighting with, You're brainwashed into thinking that country hates us.
Other. The whole idea of other.
Right.
You create them other, and it makes it easier to treat them badly.
Right. And Billy Joel comes from the generation of where they're trained in the middle of elementary school to hide under your
Duck and
desk.
cover. Yeah.
He goes over there, and he meets people and realizes they're just like us.
See, this is cliche. No. I'm like,
Yeah, well, and he's like, I don't want to kill them. They don't want to kill me. It's all these
right.
morons with their agendas that.
And listen, there are legitimate reasons for taking action, like there were recently. Like I'm not
Right. Mm-hmm.
like that. That's not. There's no delegitimization, but there's a certain proportionality that needs to
Right.
like,
Yep.
or fuck, kill them all. Like I guess I don't fucking care. It's not me, as long as it's not me.
Well, but then they're saying kill them all. So then everybody.
Yeah, but if you
so
have
everybody
bigger,
dies.
better toys, then
Yeah, those that the most toys win. No need for it, says Greg. We got enough of it in daily life. Entertainment is used and needed to escape from that garbage.
well, you
I-
find that entertainment and you do that.
I do agree with that to a certain extent.
There's no problem. Oh my God, I'm not telling you not to. That everybody, the opposite of there should be good political humor is not that everybody needs to engage in it. That's
Right.
not what I'm saying at all. But there is a need for it everywhere because we are humans. The person up there who's entertaining you is a human being who has thoughts and emotions that are not yours.
Right.
And if they feel strongly about something, they should say something or do something or whatever. And if I don't like it, I will change the channel.
Right. Right. I'm a big Springsteen fan. Big Springsteen fan. I've seen him many times
I
in
fucking
concerts.
hate him.
I hate that 41 Shots song. I hate it. And I don't agree with it. But you know what? I'll go pee. Or if I'm home, I'll go pee. When the song's over, I'll sit down and I'll enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's
Fine.
what I'm saying.
That's his beliefs, or you
Oh,
know.
and I have no problem with somebody who doesn't want to see it. I actually,
Absolutely,
that's
right.
cool. Like, whatever your escape is, for the artist, this is how they're able to not kill themselves.
Right.
Is they need to express themselves, and they express themselves in a way that culturally we're into. But then all of a sudden, like Tom Selleck, Tom Selleck should and sort of your Vince Vaughn, your right wing Hollywood type people.
Yeah.
They should absolutely say and do the things that they think are right. Also, whether it be in opposition of because I'm assuming that we're talking about liberals right now. Right? Hey, everybody, more speech is better than less speech.
Well, yeah,
So,
I agree with that.
and if you don't like somebody, don't and if somebody does something, it's like friends. Like you have a friend, he's been acting like a dick lately. Well, if he hey man, you've been acting like a dick lately. Oh, well, this is who I am. Oh, okay. Well, then we're not friends anymore, and there's no problem with that. We just don't line up.
Right.
That's cool.
But
Move on.
But it is a weird. It is a weird climate. I was the other day. I went to lunch with some. We once every month or two, a bunch of us retired linemen get together for lunch, and we just catch up. And I don't go to a lot of them, but I went the other day, and we were talking about that. I forget how it happened, but we got slightly into politics, and then. And I mean, some of these guys I worked with for 20 years.
Yeah.
And I turned to one of them. In fact, it was Brian McGinnis's father.
Oh.
That's how I know Brian.
No,
I worked with his
that's
father.
cool though.
He's sitting right next to me, to my left. And I turned to him. His name is Dan, and I worked with Dan for many years. Great guy to work with, and very stereotypical lineman, like big he-man of a
burly,
guy.
yeah.
And the guy would float up. He put the spikes on. He would float up a pole.
wow.
I know.
There's no good way of saying it. I get it. And I got too much respect for Brian.
And then he would come down, then he would go up, and then no.
Yeah.
So it was but it was him I said it to. I go, Dan, do you realize in all the years that we worked together, I said we never had these conversations.
It's when you get older.
He said that. He goes, is it because of age? And I was wondering if it's because we're all, Dan retired in 2001. I haven't worked, so obviously, and then I got sick just a year later. So we haven't worked together in over 20 years. So back then, we didn't have Facebook. We didn't have our social media keyboard warriors.
Right.
So I personally think it's a mix where people just are making their opinions known more because of social media.
The thing is, you don't think somebody was reading the fucking letters to the editor and the op-ed page and going, fuck these, this is fucking, look,
Right.
this chick's ugly. What does she have to say that I fucking care about? Like,
Right.
like it's always been there. It's absolutely the access, and it gives it this impression that the world has become something else. But it really has. There have always been people that disagree with whoever's in power.
Right.
I like to be the person who disagrees with who's ever in power at all times. That's
not so much disagree, but at least keep them in check by
Yeah.
asking questions all the time.
right, and trying to think of like the worst possible outcome,
Right.
like
Yeah.
what their intentions are, like what
Yeah.
what could be their worst intentions.
Yeah. But do you think there's an age factor? Because
It is because and the fact that it's retirees is it kind of bleeds more into this whole, as you get older, you accumulate this time, nostalgia. All this time, your brain is filled with all of this nostalgia of how you thought it used to be. And then at some point, you can't, like, I would love to know what the brain science is about, like how nostalgia shades, like, the way we look at things. Because, like, anytime somebody leads a comment with, man, I feel bad for kids these days. Back when we were younger.
right.
Dude, that's not the world we live in right now. The
Right.
world you lived in. And, dude, everything.
And the kids don't know the difference.
Yeah, they don't fucking care. And do you know what's going to happen in 20, 30 years? They're going to say, man, well, I
sure.
feel bad for kids these days
Right.
because when we were kids, we
We
had
had
blah,
the
blah."
virtual reality.
Right. Now
Now
it's-
they just see each other in person.
Now we're trapped inside of these robot workers that we're forced to work constantly, even as we're sleeping, using our brain power.
I think I'm okay with the AI. Let the robots do all the work, and we'll sit home and watch a game.
I did see a disturbing thing about AI and use of Wi-Fi, but I need to read more into it before I start talking about it, because it
But
just seemed a little too
This could
dystopian.
balance things. Like there won't be any more Richard Paul. The government will give everybody the same amount of money. We all
Who's Richard
live.
Paul?
What?
Who's Richard Paul?
Richard Paul. He was an actor.
Oh. All right. Like, you threw Richard Paul in there like I knew
Oh,
who the fuck you were talking about.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No, you're
No,
like...
I said rich or poor.
Oh, I thought you said Richard Paul, and I'm like,
No, I
am I
said.
supposed to know who the fuck that is?
I said no. The government can give everybody the same amount of money, so there's no rich or poor.
Well,
And the
we just get rid of money is the thing.
Oh,
I
all
like
right,
how
there you
you're
go. I like that better.
Let's make more of a problem.
right, and everybody's just in their houses. Everybody's got the equal amount of shit, and the robot's doing all the work.
I think the Matrix is closer to the movie. The Matrix is closer to handling how we would be used in a robot run or AI run kind
We
of
wouldn't be used for anything. We could all just sit home and be fat, dumb, and happy.
But and that's the other thing, is that we tend to shade our, like, if we thought of it, we're super behind it. Like
yes.
like what yours at, like we would all be, but that's never how that goes. I was just saying
I
something
know.
about.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
you're
being
making a bit.
silly.
I know
Yeah.
you're doing a bit. I absolutely, but it is a real thing.
No, you're
that
absolutely
like,
right.
because it's like, oh well, the times where you may have 2 shows in a day, and you're like, well, they're not that far from each other. This will be fine. And then there's some huge accident.
Yep. I'm shitting a brick right now because I'm doing that this coming Wednesday. I have a murder mystery in Lloyd Harbor. Then I got to be, and it's supposed to be from 3 to 4:30.
Okay.
Then I got to be at that meatball place in Patchogue by like 5:15 because I have a murder mystery there. Yeah, I'm totally shit. I mean, well, the show itself probably isn't until like 7.
Okay, but
I need to get there to set up. Yeah, so and I've done plenty of those where I've had 2 shows in the same day. I've in our heyday, there were times we had 2 shows at once and we had enough people we can cover it.
Right.
But still, there was that craziness of making sure they have everything you need, we have everything we need, and like,
logistics.
and we would constantly be calling each other. You got this? All right. Where's so and so? Is so and so there? Okay, good. Like but it haven't been that way since pre-COVID. So.
Right.
And I also had business partners at the time, where now I don't. So I'm shitting a brick.
Zoinks. Like, hey, Scoobs, let's get to the next murder mystery, man. Man,
yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine.
No, I know it will. I'm just trying to make you feel more important.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, feel bad for me.
Yeah, but nostalgia's the motherfucker. Like that was it. It was about retirees. So you have like all of these memories now, and then it's just like, sit around the house all day.
Mm-hmm. And we'll mess
and
that up too.
Watch news, 24-hour news networks, which is the dumbest thing ever.
Yes.
Listen, I've been caught in it.
I
Absolutely
have too.
been caught.
Sure.
In it. And the whole concept of a news is, and it's great to be able to check in and find out about things, but there's not enough things that are important enough.
Right. Which and the news has changed. It's become so and so tweeted this today. So and so said this about so and so. Like,
well, that's great because it's like to be a reporter must be so much easier now.
Well, true.
You know, like oh, thank God, there's this hashtag is trending. I could just pull a couple of these.
Right.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna fuck off and take a nap.
Mr. Roboto, says Greg, you can do it. It's gonna be great.
Dude, I saw a mashup, and I posted it on my Instagram story. I actually think that you would. I don't know if you saw it yet.
I don't recall.
Oh, shit.
I do enjoy some mashups. Some of them I think are pretty smartly done.
Dude, this one is absolutely and utterly insane. It is
Billy Idol.
Are you kidding me? All right, hold on, let me do this. Jeez,
Wow, I'm not the only one. Oh, that's funny.
I want to get into the first part going Idol. They actually mixed the Idol.
Oh, that's funny.
That's so uncomfortable. And now I'm on Chris Roach's.
Well, I got I got one to go with that. As soon as I can find it.
I can't hear anything.
Let me. I think I may have played. I think I played it last Christmas actually.
You gave me a heart the very next day.
No, it's definitely not.
You
that.
gave it away.
All right, I'm waiting for the ad to end.
Oh yeah, stupid fucking ads. Is this? Am I gonna be able to hear it or is it?
Oh, another ad. Sons of bitches. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. They're not giving me the skip option.
No, lately they haven't been. YouTube's been tightening it up.
Oh, that's the actual song. All right, that's not.
Is it a parody? I feel like
it's another mashup, but
mashup because I'm thinking of like walking in my winter underwear.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That actually kind of works.
That's like any of those dancing videos that they put to different music.
Yeah.
Like white people dancing, and they'll put like some sort of hardcore rap thing. And it works because it's in 4/4 time, guys.
Right. So maybe this is the one I'm looking for. No, that's not it. So the one I'm thinking of is also Feliz Navidad, the actual song, with the backing being "Ain't Talking About Love." But
I was gonna say it's so funny when that other one was playing. I'm like, I bet you it would work in reverse as well.
Yeah. I can't find it. But now I just want to check this one out, so I'm putting it on.
Yeah, hold on, guys.
Yeah, don't mind us.
We're watching this.
Oh, that's funny.
Can they hear this?
Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
Sing it, Michael.
We were just talking about Michael Jackson being like this. Like, he used to fuck with boys. And they're like, what?
This is Mean Street. God, I miss Van Halen. Dude, awesome.
I liked their songs. I didn't get into them. 1984 is the first album that I stole from Caldors and Quorum.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's
now
funny.
a Home Depot. I put it under my sweater, and I walked straight out. And I walked right through the door. My brother's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, stealing this fucking chill-ass fucking album, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kris
Hey,
Thomas has arrived.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Kris Thomas.
I'm so sorry.
What are you sorry about?
It almost looks like
Well-
you're in pajamas.
Wow. What? Right out of the gate.
Well, no,
I'm in my
it's
gym clothes.
well, there you go. Gym clothes can. I sleep in my gym clothes. That's actually the only thing I use them for. I should call them bed clothes.
Gym clothes. Have you lost some weight?
So fucking fat, but thank you. I
No,
appreciate
you're
it.
not. Oh my god, I'm just sitting there. I got to be honest. I checked you out the whole way in.
I've been checking you out for years. Kris
Well, you
Thomas.
never saw. Did you ever? You saw my 40th birthday pictures. Like that is. I'm just not 40 anymore.
Me neither.
They were great. They were great. They actually. I hate to make the. I just walk in and make. This
No,
announcement.
it's
Trust-
cool.
I'm
So
sick of hearing
I've
him.
always told
I hear you.
Joe for
I'm
my
sick of me too.
birthday, for my funeral, to blow them up at the funeral, and then I have to show you this really funny picture. So, I just recently turned 50,
Oh, congratulations!
and I
they're
know
lucky
people
to.
congratulate
They're
me a
lucky.
lot.
They're lucky to have you.
Yes, we are.
I think it's funny that people congratulate me on turning 50, like it's an accomplishment. I just didn't get hit by a
We
bus.
we
It's
should
an
all look as good
accomplishment.
as you at 50.
I mean, you could also be walking around without a leg.
I could.
That's right.
I don't have a thyroid. Well, I have half one.
Half a thyroid.
Half a thyroid.
Oh, I thought it was
that's
all
what
or
I blame
nothing.
the fatness on. It's
Half a
not the
thyroid
cookies.
sounds like an Italian person from Long Island insulting somebody. He's half a thyroid over here.
So
That's awesome.
It's funny.
That was good.
I walked in. I had a really great 49th birthday, so I didn't really have big expectations on the 50. And I walked into a party. Someone asked me to come over their house and like shoot their dog that needed pictures because it was a foster dog. Photographs.
Oh, that kind of
and
shooting.
I walked into this. How brilliant is this? I walked into this.
What is going on? Oh, it's a blonde wig party,
Yeah,
except
it is.
for one girl. Oh, was it a surprise
They
party for
all
you?
dressed up like me.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, you're dressed up like that right now.
Every day. This is
I'm
what
like, this is a group of-
what I was wearing. Walked in wearing.
I got to.
I'm like,
It's
this is
so
a party of
funny.
hot chicks, is what I.
Absolutely.
It all
So-
looked so good.
so
I was
there's
like, you
Kris.
guys look so hot.
And then.
So yeah.
and they all surprised you with this?
That's very
How
sweet.
Oh, there's your daughter.
Clever
Yeah,
and sweet.
Why isn't your daughter wearing the blonde
because
wig?
I packed up her clothes. I cleaned up her room while she went away to college, and I packed her wigs away, and she was like very frustrated.
That is awesome.
Isn't that so? I felt like I was at my own wake, which I know sounds
Oh,
like
I just-
a little rough.
I hit something in the
That's
Oh,
fine.
what picture is it showing?
No, it's not. But I was so like I felt.
Yeah, that's
love.
cool.
Everybody at the party was just like, and then at the party they blew up my. I did those pinup shots when I was 40, and they put them all over the house.
Oh, I love those pictures.
So cute. Except my friend, it's my friend, my dear friend's house, and she has two sons who are teenagers, and they're like, "Do we really need to see Miss Kris in her underwear like all over our house, Mom?" For
I need to see that.
uncomfortable.
I need to see
Is that how they came out, or?
That's what I was told.
Because I'd been like, could we get more? My mom had a friend. Her name was Laura, and I had a huge crush on her. If there were pictures of her in lingerie, I would have been demanding them.
Yeah.
At that age.
I
I'd
feel
be
like
paying
I'm
for
a
them.
I'm very like to my friends' children. It's almost like I co-parent them. I'm sure they think of me as.
Which is also a kink.
I know.
I don't know if you knew this. I know Tony does, because that's how I found out
Name a
about
kink,
it.
I have
almost
it.
disturbing the amount of family porn out there. Like it's
Family
it's almost
porn?
like-
Accidentally taken Viagra, and the stepmom has to help him out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
right?
I'm not a
Yeah,
fan of that
okay.
stuff.
We're gonna be late. Well, I can't go anywhere because I have this. Dude, just put it on the fucking elastic band in your like everybody else does. But anyway.
I do love good dick jokes. I do. I do love a good dick joke.
Stick around.
You know, I actually I printed a joke out that I wanted to share with. There's a comedian from England named Gary Delaney who's bitching because he claims that he wrote a joke that he sees everywhere, like on shirts and stuff and like all over the internet.
Me too, pal.
Yeah, exactly. But I never heard the joke, but I thought it was actually pretty funny. So I went to buy a Christmas tree. The guy said, "Are you going to put it up yourself?" And I said, "No, I was thinking the living room."
Right.
Oh, you've heard it?
Dude, how old is this guy? Because he better be fucking older than, I don't know, 40.
He claims he wrote it in 2004.
Yeah. No. I heard that when I was like in elementary school.
I never heard it, but I think it's hilarious.
No, it's a good job. It's solid, but it's not like, it's also not like.
Greg's all excited. You guys are talking about porn. And Vicky's driving up to Buffalo to pick up her oldest. Oh, very nice.
God, that sounds like a country song.
Now, did you bring me something? You were supposed to bring me something.
Pajamas?
No, not pajamas.
No pajamas.
Yeah, exactly. No pajamas.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
What I'm saying? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
You're supposed to bring me an invoice, young lady.
Oh, God. I don't even know what to do. Like, that's
What do you mean?
paperwork stuff.
All right. Give me the... I'll have to go over the dates with you. I'll draw up the invoice because I want to get you paid. Chris did, she taught a course at PAL.
Nice.
And we haven't paid her yet.
I just thought of you because our library flyer just came, and I started going through just to see, like my girls take an art class from like a legitimate local artist in the district, and I was just seeing if she was going to be teaching anything or doing a demo. And then I'm like, I saw the tech things, and I was like, I wonder if if they've ever reached out, like if that's
What
ever
district?
where I'm in Setauket, so it's Emma Clark.
Nope, never hired me.
Yeah.
Should.
Oh, boy.
I think that would be a hit because you have Poquat, you have Oldfield, you have like all of these older rich people who they like really we have a fantastic library, and it's mainly because of the older people in our community, and I think they would probably eat that shit up.
I it's on my to-do list of making a class where it's like people just don't even know how to like identify a fake email. How do we block someone? Things like that.
Absolutely,
and I want to make
you
a
should
class
do
like
that.
that, particularly for seniors, because I could sit there for hours. You know that they kick me out of the library. I had security come once at Baldwin Library, but people had questions. And
Attica!
they were like, you need to go. You need to get. And I'm like, okay, well, the people that vote for your budget have questions.
Right.
So why don't I finish answering their questions?
Yeah.
And then I actually just took it to the parking lot because these people had questions. Okay.
Let's take it to the parking lot.
And then the girl that
Was there an 80s
complaining,
clap somewhere in here?
They should have.
Oh,
888.
that's funny.
Are we watching the Gilded Age now? Okay.
Lucas.
You would know what 888
This
is.
is more of a
Oh, I
Lucas
don't know
clap.
that, really.
You don't know Lucas?
A little bit.
Charlie Sheen?
Corey
Yeah.
Haim. Well,
Yeah.
isn't that the movie
The
where
dead Corey?
No, but they say that's where Charlie Sheen.
No. That's where Corey Feldman says that.
Yeah.
I've seen some really crazy, legitimate YouTube documentaries about Corey Feldman. It's actually Corey Feldman. Like, they've heavy implication that all of the things he accuses Corey Haim having gone through, that in real time, like when that was happening, he was here with this person. It's him. It's Corey Feldman is lying. He's just replacing. It's like he got the Corys.
Oh, really?
confused.
Oh, he's a little off.
A little off.
Well, it's funny you bring it up because this Monday we have Drinks, Jokes, and Storytelling returns for an episode, and they go into great detail about Corey Feldman because Richie Byrne has met him and has some experience with
Oh, I
him.
definitely want to fucking check that out.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
they talk about him quite a bit. But speaking of weirdos and speaking of jerks, you weren't here last night, were you?
At Gov's?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay. Good.
Who was
Good.
here?
Steve Burton from General Hospital was here.
Oh, I would never come to a soap opera show. But you
Tony's
say they
nemesis.
Sell out.
Oh, the place is nuts.
Can I look up who he is? Steve
Yeah, of
Burton?
course. Steve Burton.
Who are you in this situation? Are you the evil nemesis that has been generated by the hero, or is he the evil nemesis that we've only found out from our average
Yeah.
Johnny?
Yeah, that's that one, the latter.
Okay. Kind of like Homelander in
Were
The
you
Boys.
here last night?
I stopped in.
Okay. And
So
spill the tea.
So I'll tell the bring everybody up to speed. I'll go as quick as I can with this. Steve Burton, he was on General Hospital for years. He was a very popular.
Here he is with his shirt off.
Zoom in.
Just for all of our.
Oh goodness.
I don't.
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
Okay.
I think they get the idea.
Do you like that? Are you like?
For like a second, and then they open their mouths, and it all goes down.
Well, depends what they're opening mouth for.
I would have more have that talk if girls were here, but yeah.
All right. So very popular.
Same fucking thing.
Okay, just
Yeah, right. Very popular attraction here for many years, actually, at the club. For a long time, he comes here. So,
I just don't
and
understand
he
it.
does a Q&A. He tells some funny stories, and now apparently he sings too. Which,
One time I kissed this really hot chick.
right, exactly. They made me do it again.
And then I came back to life again.
So, the story, yeah, exactly, which did happen, actually. So he, for whatever reason, he likes to use this room. He doesn't like the green room here at Governor's. He prefers to get dressed in here. And
but there's a glass door.
Right.
There.
yeah, but nobody's
That's
like going up and
probably
down.
why.
It's not like when there's stand-ups and there's 25 people in the hallway. Like there's him, another guy from the show, and then 2 or 3 handlers. That's it. So there's nobody walking around. So he likes this room. And there have been times I've come in here and he's left something behind, or he just leaves his trash.
Which sounds like a polite way of saying he
sweatshirt or
shit in
jizz?
here.
Like what? There's a difference.
Right.
No, nothing like that. Just
That
like
you know of.
paper, paper with some notes on it or something like that, or it's some
Okay.
trash. That's the part.
Like food wrapper trash.
Yeah, like they brought him in a plate of dinner and he left the plate here, a drink or two. It does piss me off, but it takes me 2 seconds. I just put it out in the hallway, and then eventually the staff grabs it. So it's really not that. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But last year I came in to do a show. I think it was Hershey and the Keegs. But I walk in, and I always, if I walk in and I see these sliding glass doors are open, I stop. I'm like, what's wrong? Because nothing goes on in here without me being a part of it. So I'm like, what the fuck? I come in, there's a whole spread on this table, which pissed me off because I don't want anything getting.
I mean, it's all equipment, yeah.
Right, and thousands of dollars in here. So I see the spread, and then I saw Laura, James' wife. She was the first person I saw here. She looks at me. She goes, "Oh, you doing a show?" I said, "Well, not if you don't want me to." I said, "I can call these guys and cancel." She said, No. Do what you got to do." She got some guys to come in here, and they cleared it all out. I'm like, "Oh, okay." 2 seconds later, Burton himself walks in. I guess to get his food or get dressed, and he stops. He goes, "Oh," he goes, "I didn't know you were here." I said, "I didn't know you were here." And he went on and on. "I didn't mean to disrespect this room. I love this room. I'm so sorry."
Hold on.
But going on and on and on. And I've tried to get him on this show in the past. In fact, the first year that we were here, when Eric was still here, we tried to get him. He said he would come on if he got paid. So I was like, screw you. So, yeah, he's apologizing like crazy, and he's going on and on about how much he loves this room. And I for dressing room purposes, I don't know what he's talking about. But for this reason, for a podcast, I think it's a great room. But I just took advantage of the situation. I said, look, if you really feel bad, because he even asked me at one point, he goes, "Have I ever disrespected this room?" And I thought that was a funny choice of words, like we're in The Sopranos or something. Funny, like disrespect the room. And I said, "Look, you have left stuff behind, but it's not the end of the world." And that's when he got very apologetic, and I said, "Look, if you really feel bad about it, why don't you come in here and do an interview with me?" I said, "I've tried to get you before." "Oh, no problem. I would love to do it." "Oh, that would be great. I would love to do it." "Oh, yeah, absolutely." The woman that works for Governors and booked him or handles his bookings, she was in the hallway. He called her down. I know her, so we said hi. He goes, "The next time I'm here, make sure you book me some time to do an interview with him in here." Okay, great. Again, very, shaking my hand, thanks for everything. Eventually goes out to do the show. Doing the show with Hershey and the Keegs. When he's finished with his show, he comes walking by. He actually stops, and he opens the door. "See you next time, buddy." Hershey and the Keegs get all pissed off. "Who's interrupting our show?" I'm like, "It's fine." I was
All
like,
right,
"Yeah,
Mark got upset.
Well, yeah, Mark, yeah. Mike was just drunk. So, so here we are last night, is the night. So a few weeks ago, I emailed the girl, the woman, excuse me, the nice lady, and I said, Steve Burton's coming back. I said, if you remember, he said, he would sit down with us in here. Can we set that up? She said, all right, let me talk to him. She was, you'll either hear back from me or from Steve himself. I'm like, oh, perfect. Maybe 3 hours later, I get another email from her. The whole email. Tony, Steve said no. That was the whole email. Like nothing like sorry.
Yeah.
He's got to run right after the show. Nothing. So I just write back, all right, thanks. But Nick Greystone, we have a show in here Thursday night. It's called Primal Scream. So I'm like, and I went to James last week. I said, do these guys need the room?
Right.
Or can I, do my shows? He said, nobody said anything to me. Do your shows. I'm like, okay, fine. So yesterday is the big night. Nick Greystone may have canceled before I got here, or maybe he canceled after I got here. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Got canceled.
Nick Greystone got canceled.
Under dubious.
I come in last
timing.
night at around, 6:30. I walk in. Sure enough, I see the door open. I'm like, motherfucker.
This time you're not like this. You're leaning in.
Oh, absolutely. I leaned in. Oh, and what I did, too, I made sure in case, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be here last night.
Right.
So I made sure the heat was off in here.
Nice.
Like, let him walk in and freeze.
Shrivel his balls up.
Yeah, harden up his nipple.
See how he feels about that.
Yeah. So I walk in. So again, I see the door is open. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I walk in, and I'm just, doing some stuff here. And so the nice lady, she sees me. I'm like, oh, hi. But I can see it in her face already. She's confused. And I'm sure it hit her 3 seconds later. She's like, he was, he's being a dick. So I'm just hanging, just doing my thing. I'm here for maybe 20 minutes or so. Finally, I hear Steve Burton come in. I'm sitting right here. So he walks in the back door. He's saying hi. Sure enough, he peeks in, but he never looks this way. He just looked over there and by the couch. And then off he goes. I'm like, son of a bitch, the jerk didn't even see me. He goes down. I hear him talking. They're discussing business or whatever. Sure enough, he starts coming back. And I'm sitting there. So as soon as I can see him through the sliding glass door, I see he's got like his wardrobes and stuff. He's carrying stuff. We make eye contact. He stops dead, turns around, and he goes, nope, like that. Yep. Then he starts walking down the hallway. It was at least 3 times. He goes, not going in there, not going in there, not going in there. I'm like, and I'm kind of doing that, but at the same time, I'm like, what a douche.
That's such a fucking
amazing
dick.
So I'm like, okay, so now I'm sitting there, and I hear them discussing, like, all right, where are you going to go? Where are we going to change? What's going to happen? Somebody says, go in the giggle room. So I'm like, shit. Like, because now I'm thinking, I don't want James to get involved. I don't want to make that much of waves with the club. So now the other guy that does the show with him, I forget his name, Brandon something maybe? I forget. Whatever the hell.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah. He comes walking in. He goes, hi, I'm just wondering, are you working in here or are you just hanging out? I go, well.
Wait, another actor?
Yeah, the guy that does this show with this guy, Burton. They're both soap opera guys. And so even that, I'm like, so like you're one of the other performers, and like he's too big to come in here and talk to me himself.
No, because he doesn't want to have to actually explain himself.
Right. So I just looked at him. I go, I said, I always have work to do in here. I said, but but I'm not sure, exactly how long I'm going to be here. Oh, because we were told we were going to have this room. So, but we don't want to be in your way.
No, you weren't.
No, he probably was.
No. Because you cleared it with James.
I did, but
because I don't know. Like I had talked to James, and he had told me you guys were not going to be using.
But
this
the door
room.
was open, which means somebody went to James and said they want the room, and James opened it for him.
Right.
And no matter what James and I cleared, I still didn't want to get James involved. I didn't want to cause any kind of situation.
Sometimes I learned this when I was a staff sergeant in the Air Force.
I like how you looked at Kris when you said that.
Like, no. Like it's status fucking. Absolutely. But my job wasn't just to supervise younger airmen and do my job, but it was also to train the officers as to how things worked.
Yeah.
Like they would say, hey, we really want to do this thing. And I go, well, actually, sir, you can't do that because, AFI 36-2903 says on paragraph 13, and I think it's like line 8, and but they'd be like, well, you don't know for sure, so I want this done. And then you'd walk back to your office. And it was so funny. The people who worked for me, they would see I would walk in all completely pissed, not even look at any of them, grab whatever regulation I needed, and walk straight back out because I had to walk across this parking lot to go. And you'd walk in, and like there was a lieutenant colonel who was our executive officer he'd see me come in and go, which one of them is it? And I'd be like, oh, it's the new guy in scheduling, sir. And he'd be like, can I come? Absolutely, sir. All right, sir, here it is. Here's this where it expressly says we cannot do what you want to do. Well, that doesn't seem right. And that's when the lieutenant colonel would walk in and go, are you giving him shit? Like he would totally take my side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And be like, but it was my job to train. So what you do is you eat time. Time is the most precious thing anybody has.
Right.
Oh, like just confusion. Oh, I'm not sure
Well-
because I had said to James, but you know what? The door was open. But I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, what time do you guys need it?
Well, no, that's the thing. See, I hear you, and I would love to play that game, but it would backfire on me. And I'll explain. No, I'll explain why. Because this was, at this point, it was like 6:35, 6:40. Showtime was 7. So to have that kind of confusion going on, if any of these guys back here bitched to James about it, I'd be in the hot seat, not them.
Well, that's why you got to be like the, hey, yeah, oh, absolutely. I was under the impression, like being stupid. My grandfather told me this long time ago. Always come across as stupid because people like to feel smart, first of all, so it puts them in this weird comfort zone.
But again, James wouldn't have been fooled. The door was open. The door was unlocked and open. He knows that I would immediately know what that means.
Yeah, but still, that's
I
you
wasn't
just
gonna
eat their time.
Oh, believe me, and I would love to bust their balls, but it caused confusion for 2 minutes, and that was good enough, and I was leaving. So yeah, he was because again, as soon as he said we were told, again, I didn't want James involved. I didn't want to go that far with it.
See.
With you, I would do that, but so I just said I did. I stalled them a little bit longer just to give them a little more anxiety. I said, give me 5 to 10 minutes. I said, and I'll be out of here. And I still hear them back there. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I hear Steve Burton go, well, we got to change. We're on at 7. And that's when I was like, all right, let me get out of here. So I did.
Changing the fucking hall. Like, has no one been to Loman's dressing room in the 80s? You got to just get it done. Like, if it's that important.
So Kelpie's calling you the Taylor Swift of Long Island comedy, always causing drama.
Well, she's calling me the Taylor Swift because of the promo that I posted for today. It was my face.
Yeah, but you're always,
and Kelpie said I looked hot, by the way.
Oh, did she?
Yes, she did.
Oh, Kelpie.
Yeah, Kelpie.
So you evacuated the room?
So I did. I got up. And I stood out, and I see Steve Burton. He's in the doorway of the Giga Room, and I go, "I'm done." Just like that. I go, "I'm done," and Steve Burton goes, "Thanks," and I went, "Right," and that was it. And then I was out.
You didn't pass the little gas on your way.
See the next. Well,
I passed some gas in here before they got here.
The next time he comes, now you're gonna be like, "Hey, I see that Steve Burton's coming. I know they like to use the room. Yes, they're going to use the room, so you're going to need to cancel it." That's going to be the next one.
Oh, yeah.
He's obviously put it in the rider.
Are there no other rooms for that? Isn't there another room to change in?
Well,
I mean, there's the green room, but
So
people are
there was
kind of coming and
he,
going.
whatever reason, he hates the green room. He said that to me last year. He goes, "I hate it in there. I love this room. There's a vibe in this room." I'm like, okay. But yesterday, I guess because he does, apparently, I would love to hear it just to make fun of him, but apparently he does sing during his show now. In the green room last night was all sorts of DJ equipment and speakers. Like, there was, to his defense, if he wanted the green room, there was no room for him in there. Which I wanted to say, go fucking tell your guy to get his equipment out of the green
enough
room.
room in the bathroom. There's
right.
the bathroom in the giggle room.
Right.
You don't want to be in the
Why
giggle
is he
room.
wearing that? He can't, like, can he not? Is it because he doesn't
idea.
want creases when he drives here to sit down? Like,
It's hard to put the cock ring on in the car.
I guess you can get one that snaps. The snap.
It's not the same. I like old school.
That would catch, and then you catch.
I'm sorry, Steve likes old school.
Seen
What?
a man with a snap one on once.
Really?
It
Where
was
did
a
you see
weird
that?
Encounter on the beach in Sanibel. It's a funny
All
story.
right, that's
but
it.
Because
Because I want to fill the rest of the details in my head. Because I feel like I'm going to be disappointed if you go any further with reality.
Okay, I will You probably will, because I have. But so, yeah. It sounds a little douchey over
Oh,
nothing.
definitely douchey.
It sounds
what
like
a
someone
dick.
making up. It's so not important, all of those things.
But what is important is that he promised me an interview and he screwed
so
me.
you don't even have your word.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, do you know that today I told the dog yesterday that I would walk her today and I will be going from here, even though I have something the rest of the day. I told this dog she would go for a walk. She's a dog. But I told her I'd walk her, so I'm going to walk her right after this.
Wow.
Because I told her I'd walk her.
You're a woman of your word. Absolutely.
I told her I'd walk her.
Right.
Like, doesn't he... There's nothing in his head that's like, oh, I did tell the guy.
Well, that's why he was angry. I'm going to tell you right now.
But he's angry at who? Tony?
Yes, because Tony exists in front of him. Like it's that. He's that level of egomaniac. It happens to people like that.
And do you think he remembered?
Yeah, I do.
So he just didn't want to see me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you and seeing you is offensive to him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because.
And I'm actually a little concerned that they just based on that little bit that he still probably went and complained that I'm going to hear something at some point.
What is he standing on?
That room. I was supposed to have that room.
But what about that? He's angry at you. Like, I don't understand why he's angry at you, because he said that he would.
Oh, he never even.
I'm with you.
But see, he missed. There's a key point that you use in your defense. Is he never said, "Hey, are you jumping out of here?" or anything.
Right.
You were here, and that sent him over the edge where he wouldn't even deal with you. A normal, sane fucking human being would have come back and gone, "Hey, is there a show in here? Because I was told that I was going to be able to use this room."
Right.
And you would have been like, "Oh, you know, what? You would have been put
shit,
on the spot for
it's
that."
shit like that makes, not that, I'm not saying I have the caliber, but it does make me happy that I never, like, if I pursued acting full time, say it was when I was in my 20s, like, I'm glad I never made it. No, seriously, because a guy to be that delusional, to be that much of a prima donna,
Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want to be that. Yeah. Where guys who
there are plenty of people
made it
in every field that are
Yes.
just not. It's
That's
impossible
what I'm
to
saying.
not be a douchebag. There is
Well, yeah, but there's a huge level of ego involved there, which comes with.
Yeah, but
Someone
he's
should have-
chosen to live in that world. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
his fault.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. And
Right, and it
but
would
I
be
don't
your-
want to
it
fall
would-
down
you-
that
but
hole.
you
You
can
know
make
what?
that choice, is what I'm saying.
He's such
Yeah.
a douchebag that, like, if he was the manager at McDonald's, he'd be like, "I'm the manager. I'm the manager."
Yeah.
He would be
Right,
the
right.
douchebag manager at McDonald's or Applebee's. Like, it's just wherever he would be, he would be.
No, you're
the
right.
douchebag.
You're
He's
absolutely
singing
right, yeah.
something and he looks at like a pretty lady like in the front. You know, like, "Strangers in the night, I can get you all the fries you'd like."
Right.
Exchanging glances. You want to supersize that?
Like, if he was a singer on a cruise ship, he'd still be a douchebag.
Right.
Yeah.
The douchebaggery is in him.
Yeah.
Well,
If he
and-
was a ditch digger, he'd be the
Right.
douchebag ditch digger.
Yeah.
Well, the beauty of it is
Some alliteration there for
he's
everybody.
he's 50 or like in his early 50s. So and he's not even on General Hospital anymore. He hasn't been on in years, like 3 or 4 years. So, like,
So what
that
is he
star's
doing?
not going to be shining so brightly in the next few
Doing
years.
personal
pal.
appearances.
Your time is up.
The personal appearances is huge for those
Right.
people.
Should I find
You
him
people.
on Instagram? Oh, I guess I'm too old for him. See if he.
Oh.
I can catfish him. Kidding, I would never do that.
Meanwhile,
Now
we have Taz, the resident artist,
Hey,
watching.
Taz.
She wants to know if what we think of Pat Dixon,
I don't know who that is.
comedian.
Yeah,
I don't know why are you asking, Taz? And speaking of
Like, I don't have.
speaking of great comedians, on Monday I have Ashley Gudemuth is joining me on Monday on Zoom. She's a up and coming comedian who has a big social media presence, and she's a lot of fun. So you guys will really enjoy her.
I'm unfamiliar with the guy.
Let me see.
Oh, he does fitness for ladies.
Oh.
Fitness.
Oh, Steve Burton. Oh, does he? He does
for
fitness?
ladies. Yeah, ladies, make sure you get on my New Year's challenge list.
Yeah, I wonder what that challenge is.
Yeah, he's mentally challenged is what it is.
Oh, he does his own podcasts.
Oh.
Like,
Yes.
maybe he could have explained to you, like, listen, I do my own. I don't know. Maybe that's
Come in
it.
and plug the fucking thing.
Well, no, but she's right. If What does it take? And I've had other comedians say that to me. Hey, look, I'm under contract. I can't come in.
Yes.
I get it. No problem. Thanks for telling
Or
me.
I have a personal, like, I
Right.
just don't want to dilute my presence.
Right. No, actually, yeah. Some people have a contract. Ann Spencer signed this.
See, now you're just checking
Can I
them
say
out.
this?
Yeah.
No, not. If someone's like a douchebag, they
Got her off the
can
phone.
look like whatever. It's
Yeah.
nothing, zero. And especially, like, it doesn't even hold its own for, like, minutes. I'll be like, crash
Well,
burn.
then he's like, "Wah, wah, wah."
Yeah, just be kind. It costs zero.
Right.
Zero.
Kelpie kept hooking up with someone because they would bring her double orders of pizza logs.
It's the most Kelpie thing I've heard today.
Taz says Pat Dixon is a pal of mine, but I would
Oh.
think you guys love him. Oh, really?
I'll have to check him out.
Can you send him our way? We'll have him come sit with us.
Wait, I just
FNA.
saw that Eric, who's here tomorrow? Are you coming tomorrow? I'm not. Oh, no,
No, Vic-
Sunday night.
Oh, D'Alessandro was here Sunday
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Yeah, he is
He's
funny.
also very handsome.
Oh, so now him, you.
He's very handsome. He's
Really?
far more handsome than the last.
Bum.
Let's
Oh,
look
yeah?
at him. Let's take a.
He's got a lot of hair.
He's a handsome young. He's got to be young.
I,
How old is he?
what do you think? He's probably in his mid to late 30s. Yeah,
That's young for me. I like a silver fox.
I met him here once. He seemed nice enough.
He's a handsome man. Yeah.
Wow,
And he's
you're
funny.
right. He is funny. He's
I know I'm
very-
getting a little fatutz. A
Oh,
little
hey.
flustered here. Yeah, he's a good looking guy. That's a good show. You should.
I'm familiar with him.
Are you
I've
going
seen
to
him.
be here Sunday? You should have him on. Just saying, right in this chair. Let me rub it good. I'm kidding.
Oh, God.
My
He's
goodness.
handsome. Yeah, he's a good looking guy.
Smells like...
If he says smells like Chris Thomas, I'm like,
I would
son of a
almost
bitch.
say he's. I'm trying to think if there's ever. Well, what's his name's very handsome, but
Who?
Matt Rife's like one of the most. Could we talk handsome comedians? Should we
Yeah,
talk-
let's do
Sure,
that.
go
yeah.
ahead.
For
Matt
men,
Rife?
I don't know women, but I do think that Lisa, I forget her name.
Lampanelli.
Debbie Glazer is
Nikki Glazer.
Nikki Glazer.
Oh,
sorry, Debbie
yeah.
Glazer. I worked a double day with. She's beautiful.
Yeah, Nick
Yeah, oh,
Glazer
yeah,
is
yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
But
yes.
yeah, this guy's like a handsome comedian. He's like a
Right.
triple
Yes.
threat.
Yeah. A triple threat. So he's handsome,
He's
a
got something
comedian.
else. I just need to find
Big
out.
ol'
So I'm kidding.
I'd like to be threatened.
Yeah. Yeah. So are you coming for that show? Oh, you know what? I'm going to Delaware, but I wonder if I could make it back.
I was about to say if you wanna come,
Guys,
I'll-
we got get the car packed. We have to leave now. He's doing two
It's-
shows, even, isn't he?
He.
I don't
wait, in
think
one
5
night?
and 7:30.
We got
No, I
Something
don't
like
think
that.
so. Is he?
Somebody's doing
No,
that.
I know Vic is doing 2 shows on Saturday.
Oh, maybe that's Vic.
Tonight I thought. Oh, he's doing 2 nights here.
Vic is here tonight, and Vic is here. Yeah, he's
and
doing 2 shows.
Instead of adding
tomorrow.
a late show, they did an earlier show.
Yeah, he's doing
smart.
I think a 5 or
Well, it'll
5:30
be dark
and a
out then,
7:30.
so-
Yeah,
It's
Makes
crazy
sense.
the
But,
darkness.
yeah, D'Alessandro now
he's
and I'm not. You know what? He's doing a show at that other place too. So this is probably like some kind of warm up where he's testing the other material, testing new
saw.
material.
But that's pretty close that he's playing both these. But when I'm not even trying to like kiss ass here, like nobody's even. But when you can get like these big comedians here, it's so great. I love when I love when they test their new stuff. I love it so much. I love it.
Oh,
do.
I would take a comedy show here over most places. I mean, like I know that other places they're getting a lot of. I was just here the other night. I couldn't believe the amount of comedians that they have coming. It seems like they're doing more comedy than music these days. But
Yeah.
here is a much more intimate atmosphere. It's a real comedy club, like the comedians like. That's a theater.
Which place are you talking about? Sorry.
Well,
Tell me the town.
in Huntington.
Well,
Oh,
he's playing
okay,
not
yeah.
Huntington. He's playing Patchogue.
Oh,
Not that I'm following you. No, I do. I do like all the local theaters, and you see me on. I'm like every day I'm doing something.
yeah.
The other night we went to. I know you don't like them, but we went to the Suffolk. It was my first time. We saw Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. It was great.
I
I
said
just did a mic right across the street from there. Crafted is a
Oh.
place
that's
right
where it
across
is,
the
across the street from there.
Yeah. And that's a great little place.
I
I did a mic there.
I sold the Suffolk Theater out once.
I know, but you had an issue, I think.
Yeah, because they didn't freaking pay me.
But now I heard there's a new owner
I-
the past 2 years.
I-
Two shows,
Oh, it
boys
is
and
2
girls.
shows?
If you want to get
yeah.
in
What
on
time? What are the
Eric.
times?
Early.
I thought I
Sunday
said-
at 5
Yeah,
to
that's-
7:45.
that's-
You could be home in bed, possibly with someone. Granted, if you go to the early show, that's a home run.
Fucking nice.
If
Yeah,
I was
you'd
in
like a
Delaware,
home run
how
with
are you not?
Eric
I'm
Dilson.
I'm really surprised it's not sold out, and it's going to be shitty out. It's like a perfect day for a comedy show.
So, Vicky says Steve knew he didn't keep his word, and seeing you would acknowledge that he had no integrity. Yeah,
Thank you for filling in the
but
lines there, Vicky.
But now she's all intrigued. Chris, you said something about a challenge list, so she wants to see Steve Burton's challenge list. Taz says yes, he has a lot of hair. Uncle Tony says with a single tear. Oh, now Jerry Lahane is all excited because he lives in Delaware.
Hey.
I'm going to Longwood Gardens and Winterthur.
There's Longwood in here right now.
That was great.
Oh, thanks.
Wow, you should go into comedy.
Points.
That was witty. I appreciate wit. That was pretty good.
I
Yes.
appreciate you giving me Longwood.
I'd like to give Longwood to you.
I'd like
It's the
to
natural
give
end there when he
Longworld
went,
to you and teach you harmony. What is it? Something like that.
I'm
right?
not sure.
I like
I was
to
doing,
buy the world.
The Al Green tune. It's my go-to when people are talking about people they're attracted to. Girl. Well, you can go back and watch again. I don't do 2 shows.
So, all right, yeah. What other comedians do you find attractive?
Oh, Matt Rife's
Isn't Matt Rife? How old is he?
so handsome. He's like
Is
a
he?
child. It's so
He looks like he
annoying.
has a thyroid problem. Speaking
Yes.
of
Well,
half
Now, my
a
daughter
thyroid.
told me he's getting plastic surgery, which again, right? Like
He's
you might
getting
as well
plastic
be mean.
surgery?
Like I don't
Why?
like that.
I don't like that either.
But
he's-
he is, and he's witty because you see he does a crowd work.
Yes.
So he can't even
But he
plan
also
for
seems
that.
like a dick. Like he's been getting in
Do you
trouble
think
for
he's
stuff.
a
Yeah,
dick?
but when
Yeah,
you're
a little
doing,
bit.
Okay,
you can plan for crowd work. You force. It's like mentalism
It's-
in magic.
it's good.
You force people into a.
it's great. He's funny. I laugh. And wait, let's just talk about him getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Because
I
am
have
a
some stuff on it right
huge
here.
advocate of First Amendment, like freedom of speech. Whether you like it or not, you have to defend.
Well, freedom of speech is a legal thing. Like you,
Okay.
there is the court of public opinion, and if people don't like something,
No.
they could choose
you
not
can
to like
also
it.
turn the channel.
Right.
That's a great
Yes.
way.
We were talking about that before he got here. But one of the things he got in
Okay,
trouble
let's
for,
bring it on.
he said something to a 6-year-old about the kid's mother.
Where?
I mean, that's a little.
Where is he
Well,
talking?
what, did they
how
bring
is
a
he?
6-year-old
He's
to a comedy show?
He's a comedian, and he's allowed to talk to 6-year-olds. This
Wait,
is the first
did
time
that
hearing of
parent
this.
Bring a 6-year-old to a comedy show?
No, all right. So, so he posted some video, like on social media, and I thought I had it here. What he said.
There is no.
He said something.
I need to see the video.
He said something about.
See, this is when attraction overruns.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm huge on like. Listen, I even wrote my son's college, the president, about like defending freedom of speech.
All right, so
I
here's
don't get involved.
here's what he said in this video. I don't know why he posted this. I don't have that, but he wrote, "I am so tired of you ladies blaming your poor decision-making skills on planets that don't even know you.
This is so standard.
Your fortune is determined by your own thoughts, opinions, and actions. You are in complete control of how your future turns out. It has nothing to do with the stars, man. Just because Jupiter has a ring and you don't doesn't mean that's what you're supposed to look up to for this magical advice." Okay? So now this 6-year-old boy, he posted the video himself, did not tag Matt Rife in it. And he wrote, actually, it's Saturn that has the rings, and the rings are more visible. And by the way, you're mean to girls. So Rife actually found this. He replied, Jupiter also has a ring. Oh, and Santa Claus isn't real.
I knew it.
Your mom buys you presents with the money she makes on OnlyFans. Good luck. That's
Okay.
I know that's a
Are
bit
you-
much.
okay. Are
But
you-
the
is
6-year-old shouldn't be on there.
Right. Why is 6-year-old on social
Terms
media?
of service. How old?
It's kind of like
Yeah,
setting
right.
someone up for. It's like a setup. It's like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
fucking setup.
No. Because there's no
like me
social media
yeah.
service that allows 6-year-olds to have unfettered access.
Correct.
No, you're
to
right.
them.
It's like me
So,
having my
it's
like
bullshit.
15-year-old all dolled up and not any information on her page, like messaging adult men, and then me being like, "Look what you wrote to my 15-year-old daughter," and it's like, "Well, your 15-year-old daughter is showing me your tits,
Ugh.
sans a Band-Aid." Like,
Well,
it's
that
just-
shit was all hacky anyway, and it's been done a
Yeah.
million times by a million different comics. I think I've seen it 3 times this week,
Yeah.
saying the same basic shit. So he may have even set himself up like that so that he can get some heat. Because I feel like the heat that he had in October and September has completely calmed the fuck down.
Kelpie said, "Ew, he's already had his jaw done and collagen."
Did he though?
I
I didn't research that, but yeah, I do.
Kelpie
I don't
is in.
dislike.
Kelpie is just short of being a full-fledged esthetician. So I would.
Okay, So I don't love that. I'm really not for plastic surgery, and like in a lot of ways.
Taz says that Don Jameson is pretty hot.
Let me see him.
You don't know Don Jameson?
I hate to judge people just on looks, but
I've never heard that. I've never heard any ladies talk about Don Jameson that way.
Oh, I guess I.
You don't know who that is either?
I know basically, but
he's done a lot with
Campanelli seemed like a good-looking guy. He's open for Matt Rife. We judged John's contest here in the Giggle Room, but his girlfriend was like like I had to consciously make sure because like with good-looking people, you just sort of like settle to at looking at them. No. Where you're like, wow, that person's really attractive, and you even if you're just like not even thinking about them, you just kind of end up.
I don't do that.
Really? That's probably why I have all those restraining
Mick Thomas
orders.
is very handsome.
Mick
Thomas, handsome.
Really?
He's pretty handsome. He might possibly be the best looking. I'm trying to think who else comes.
The
through
best
Govs.
looking comedian would be Mick Thomas.
No, like governors, like a
governor. Yeah, here. Okay.
I mean, the odds are good and the goods are odd. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
if somebody showed me a couple of pictures of comics and said like Taz thinks this comedian is good looking, Don Jameson is absolutely who I would have picked.
Really?
For sure.
Really?
Yeah, just because I think based on like her art style and like who she draws.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He's not.
That's
his high
and he's
school
a handsome guy. He's a handsome guy, but like I would have been like because he kind of fits in with the who's the 3 Dog Night guy that she draws often. Now it's going to seem like I don't.
High school.
Oh, his high.
Oh wow.
Taz.
He feathers. He can.
Chris
feather.
has his high school
feathers.
Yeah.
That's a feather. Lemon tree.
Who do you consider?
Good-looking male comic?
No, I was going to say girl, but
woman.
Female.
I gotta think. I mean, Nikki Glazer is definitely up there. She's sort of like breathtaking and smart. Like, you know who I loved back in the day? I had a massive crush on when I was a teenager. Was Susie Essman.
Really?
Yeah, I thought Susie. There's just something about Susie Essman that's just like and it is like because it's the whole package. It's not just looks. And Susie Essman just like comes off. I don't know her personally, so I don't. But she definitely seems like she's really, really smart.
Yeah.
And that's super attractive. But I'm trying to think. I mean, when I was like 13, Carol Leifer, I thought was.
I gotta look over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like super into because she was super smart. Like she was legit super smart.
Great comedian, yeah.
Because I remember at around 12 or 13 when seeing Carol Leifer. Trying to think if there's
Anthony Jeselnik is handsome.
I could see that.
Oh, okay.
That I can actually see. Matt Rife looks like the bug-eyed people who my wife often says they probably have a thyroid issue.
Yeah.
Because that bug-eye thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of has that. Like he almost looks like a cartoon character. Like he should be on Futurama or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So or The Simpsons. Like.
So Kelpie says he doesn't even practice. If it's funny, it can work, but not even have a good punchline is lazy as fuck. Are you talking? Is she talking about
Matt Rife?
Rife?
Crowd.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think he's funny. I do.
Fremder, whoever has a problem with Matt Rife is a disgruntled comedian who just can't figure out how to do crowd work.
I don't know about that.
Not everybody's for everybody. Everything's like dating, so he could just not be for everybody. That's all right.
But the Fremder comment is almost at the level of when people go, "Well, I know I'm doing something right because people hate me."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's in that same vein of like that's not necessarily true. Sometimes I don't pay attention to Matt Rife because what I've seen has not been that dynamic. It's not interesting to me. it doesn't like he's not like trying to. It's not as artistic as I like, which is fine. I don't listen.
It's fine. It's not for you.
I don't care. I don't care. Like I just don't fuck with Matt Rife. Like
it's not for you. Just change the channel. That's
Right.
what's great
Right.
about it. God bless
Right.
America.
or even better now with Reels.
Right.
Yeah.
Or and Kelpie said, if you say it, people should be allowed to say whatever they want about it, which
Right.
I agree with that too. But I hear you, and we were actually saying it before you got here. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Keep scrolling. Walk away. Whatever it is.
Go
Just
take a
who
piss
cares?
like
Just-
Tony.
You turn the radio down. You could go to another.
I was paying attention.
Thanks. Taz says she had a crush on Anthony Cumia,
I could see that too.
and and she thinks Pat Dixon is hot. And then Big Teddy Bear 1100 from Washington State says, "Good
What's
morning."
up, Wazoo?
Anybody know who Big Teddy Bear is?
Nope.
No, but welcome.
Yeah,
Teddy
thanks
Bear.
for-
Washington
thanks for
State's
joining.
one of the cool states. So
What state?
Washington State.
Washington.
Wow.
Yeah, how do you like
Okay.
that? The furthest
Good morning.
the furthest we ever had somebody watching was from
Early
Russia.
morning.
We
Wow.
Yeah, we have Victor from Russia, who I haven't seen in a while, but
Okay.
I still hear once in a while. He does message me, so I
Wow.
am in contact.
Yeah, well, and it's something I've been saying to Tony for a couple of years now is I think the worst criticism of a comedian is when people say they're not even funny. Okay, so you don't like it. That's not to say that there aren't people who really like it. And
Right.
there's nothing wrong with them liking. I don't care what other people like. I would like people to like me, but
You're not for everyone. Oh God, I'd hate if I was for everyone. I would hate.
God, you wouldn't
if
be
I
able to
was-
go anywhere. It's like It
Yeah.
is like Taylor Swift at that
Yeah.
point. You need security. I saw a video of her security, and they are legit on point. Those guys are.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it's scary. People like break into her house and shit. It's like I have no interest in any I God bless people that.
Yeah,
are
just give me the money.
Yeah, I don't want any of that. I like anonymity and
Right.
yeah,
and I don't want to share you with anybody.
yes, nor should you.
I mean, I'd like pictures if that happens.
No, I don't like. I just see a little bit of it, like when I'm out with Antoinette, like people feeling a little too comfortable
Yeah.
or.
Oh, I felt weird, Antoinette. It's so funny because I didn't want to. I saw her. My daughter was on like a Girl Scout tour of News 12 a few years ago, and I saw her. And Eric was more of like my connection. I don't think I'd met you at that point, and I was like, "Hi, Antoinette. I don't want to interfere. Eric Shevlin is common friend." Like, and she was like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "Okay, I please go back to working." You know.
Does she get like? Do people like try like comedians are always hearing like, oh, you got to hear this joke or you should use this joke in your act? Does she get a lot of people come up to her saying,
You know what news story you should cover?
Right.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
And people
Oh, really?
get mad. Like, it's funny because you know how it works. They sit down every morning and then they throw out ideas. And then at the end of the day, the producers are like, this is what you're going to do.
Right.
So then I will even say to people, and I've actually stopped doing it because people get like mad at me. I'm like, well, if you have something going on, float me the press release and I'll give it to her. And it's like, there's really no sense in giving it like weeks and weeks in advance. Or if you do it, just do it closer to the day.
Right.
And then like, even my daughter had this great story. Even Aunt Antoinette agreed. But that day,
sounds like a stutter.
that day, the mask laws had changed. It was right after COVID,
Right.
and my daughter got kicked off. Like,
Yeah.
but so it varies, and then like news, and then people will like get mad, like, well, and it's not really her, and it's not, but all the time, people will give out her personal cell phone number. We'll be places, and they're like, you need to, and they're like, she's like, okay, she's very polite. I give her a lot of credit. I have
She's a sweetheart.
she tolerates it, and it's like you should do this or that, and
I bugged her once with a possible story, and thankfully she was like, "Oh, this is great. Yes, please hook me up with that person." So I did. I put them together. I don't even remember if anything came out of it or not, but I remember being like worried, because I hardly know her, but I still think of her as a friend, and I would be able to go if I saw her somewhere. She would talk to me. So I didn't want to. I felt like I was almost taking advantage, So
Well, that's why I almost didn't even say anything.
Right.
We're on a tour with Girl Scouts, but I thought also at that moment was to kind of like show my dominance over the other parents.
yes. You know who I know. No, like your intentions are good. Like the other day I was with her. We were at she did some like pet adoption thing. And so I had to pick her up, and so there's dogs involved, so I stayed a while, and like some guy came up to her and he's like, "Oh, I texted you the other day." Not like I inboxed your professionals, like,
Right.
And in his head I could just see the wheels turning. Like, no, they're friends because they text. And then he's like, "I'm going to take a picture with it," and it's like it was a little bit unsettling for me. I've seen people walk up to me and be like, "You." And to me, like, when I grew up, like, you point your finger in someone's face, you best be prepared to take a punch.
Yeah, the
like,
finger you're going to see in your face is part of a fist. Yeah.
So I'm like pushing. I pushed the.
Did you? You pushed that guy out of the way?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
I'll take you. You want to? And he wasn't angry. He wasn't angry. He was like, "You're on your phone." I'm like, "Oh, you don't fucking push your finger in someone's face."
Absolutely right.
But
unless he wanted her to smell his finger.
Still,
which then that's a
not
legit
welcome.
move. That's a legit move then.
And the texts in the inboxes are really weird. I mean, there's a lot of lovely things.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I felt like I really did. I was like, I'm very hesitant to send the
Just
message.
no, you could pass it along. It's good. And like, you never know what there could be. Do you know how much? I mean, I'm sure you don't. I don't know if you watch it, but my brother watches News 12 a lot, and he's like, "You are on every fucking week. I'm gonna call because they need someone." The best thing you can do is let her know you're available, because like when they need something, it's really on their terms. Like, it's not even her, it's the producer. So like when they need something, they'll be like, middle-aged white mom from the suburbs, "Kris, you available?" Like, and like the other day, we were walking, you know, she has that plant guy. I don't watch news, but I know she has a plant guy because I've met him on FaceTime. Like, one of the anchors is very well versed in plants. And I did have a question about my hydrangeas. So she's like, "Let me just record it." And then we have it. And then like 2 weeks later,
So
my
it's like
brother
stock
calls
footage?
me, and he's like,
Nice.
"Are you on News 12 asking about your hydrangeas?" And I'm like, "Oh, good. Did he answer it?" Like,
What did he say? Did you catch what he said?
I do know, yeah. So, like, it just being available to her is like your best way to, you know, if you're looking for stuff. But then there's also a fine line between some people will be like, "Oh, we're having a pop-up clothing sale.
Right.
Can you do a news story on it?" And it's like, well, no, that's what the advertising department's for.
Right.
Like, you know, if it's a...
I don't know. Is somebody
'cause they-
going to be murdered there?
Right. Well, the thing is, they have advertisers that spend a lot of money, and the advertisers are going to be like, "You're doing stories on other clothing stores, but we're paying you to." Like,
Right.
that doesn't seem fair. So, you know, it gets a little.
Oh, but if you have the time to explain it to people, they're like, "Well, that's messed up." No, what's messed up is what you're asking.
Like, you better have a good story about it.
Yeah.
And it's got to be a day when there's no murders.
Man bites dog. Man bites dog always trumps out over dog bites man.
Right.
Like the Gilgo guy right now, anything that happens, that's
man.
going to go. Like anything like, you know, news stories.
Yeah, he talked to me in a bathroom once, and I felt real uncomfortable. Said, "There's no soap in here, just so you know."
Oh, wait. Can we address an
Chilling.
ego thing since we're on the ego thing?
Sure.
Because I really feel the need. I can curse here, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Madonna.
What did she do?
You got nerve. Do you know that she's been at Barclays 2 days?
Yeah.
And you know what? I didn't go because feel like I've been burning the midnight oil, going to a million things, so I didn't go. She left. She didn't get on till 11 2 nights ago, and last night 10:30.
I got
They
Emily.
waited
Emily
3
went.
hours. 3 hours. Not only are your fans that are probably like middle-aged to later, who have jobs the next day, have to work 3 hours and get a train out of fucking Atlantic Terminal, which means they're getting home at 1 and 2 and 3 in the morning. But the security guy, who's probably working 2 jobs and now has to get up at 8 in the morning for a second job.
Oh, well.
The concession people, the bathroom attendant, they're all now working. So she doesn't go on till 11. What time is she getting off?
But the security and a lot of those workers, they're actually probably happy because 11 o'clock, that's OT, baby.
Good
That's
for them.
overtime.
Yeah, but think about
But, oh, no, I agree with
In the
everything you're
middle of the
saying.
week.
who
yeah.
it's her second job,
Right.
And her husband works. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Or the
100%.
people who have to get up early and go down to Social Security and scam the fuck out of them.
They can sleep in, but it's like I just feel like how time
What's-
is such. You said it before. Time is a precious
Is
commodity.
the
What's
most
the
precious
reasoning
thing.
for that she's
All of it.
staying? That she's
fucking
starting so
Madonna, and
late?
she's, to me,
Were there opening acts?
Dude, she's always had that vibe to me. I enjoy a couple of her songs, but not for me, and that's
disrespect
cool.
people that much.
Yeah, I agree. That's crazy.
So disrespectful. And it wasn't like, ooh, something happened the night before. she's not feeling well. She had to sit and get an IV.
Right.
Like, because in our head, we always try. It's like when our kids are late, we always think like something's wrong.
Right,
No,
right.
they're just sticking around. Like 2 nights in a row, 3 hours. You make people wait.
I took my daughter to see Ariana Grande back in 2019, and there were some opening acts. There were 2 opening acts, but in between the last opening act and her show was an hour. So same thing. She didn't come on till almost 10.
I saw her last week. She doesn't look good.
Ariana Grande?
She needs a
Where did you see
sandwich.
her?
She came out at the Mariah Carey Christmas thing.
You went to the Mariah Carey Christmas
I
thing?
certainly did. I love that.
The girls went and Becca went to go see Jingle Ball last week.
What did they
Because
think of Jingle Ball?
Andy enjoys a jingle ball.
yeah,
but it's a whole different show.
I like my balls being jingled all the time, all the way, if you will. Hey, so I'm going through the song now. It's in my head, but Charlotte is a massive Melanie Martinez fan.
The one with the thing on her face?
No, that's Sia. Or yes, she has the
she
mask
wears,
now.
like, a
Yes,
mask
yeah.
now,
So they went and saw them in Radio City over the summer and went to Jingle Ball, and it's so funny because for Charlotte, it's just like, yeah, Melanie Martinez, and that's it. But Daphne, God, they both said that there was a boy group that sucked, and then there was this not Doja Cat, but it's like she's got her name is like DOERII, like I have no
I
clue.
think you just spelled diarrhea.
Probably, but the they said they sucked. Who was Olivia Rodrigo was the headliner.
Yeah.
And I think Olivia Rodrigo may have made a fan in Daphne for the rest of her life. So that positive there. But even that, I mean, there were so many acts.
And commercials. Wait, did they tell you like they air commercials in between acts?
You know what? Becca did say something along those lines because she mentioned one of the commercials was for another show that was upcoming. She's like, I don't know if we're going to go.
But they'll also do like pharmaceutical
Yeah.
commercials.
Yeah.
Which is insane, but there are moms there.
Well, half of that arena is corporate.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it always is. The ranges
and parents and stuff, right?
No, but at Jingle Ball in particular, it's like
Let's see, 100 or iHeartRadio.
It's all iHeartRadio. Like, oh, you are in advertising, or you're a sponsor. Like, bring your whole family. You know.
And speaking of radio, I want to work out a day to get you and Rob Rush in here.
Rob Rush, I invited him today. Actually,
Oh,
He has
did
to bring
you?
his cat to the vet. Yes, we're on the elliptical this morning.
So we're below the cat to the vet level.
Yeah, that's how low on the totem pole
he's
we
a
are.
big cat person. These are things you could talk.
He's a big cat person? I knew the government was fucking doing this shit.
I hate cats.
He's a big cat person, and I said, and he was so he's very. I can tell his day by the what time he's at the gym, and if I add like he gets very sensitive, I could show you texts. He gets very sensitive, like if he doesn't show up and I'm supposed to know it's his meeting days, then how dare I ask?
Oh,
like
wow.
So yes, don't even think Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't you fucking ask Rob Rush.
I like
where
when
he
you
is.
get all authoritative. Like that.
You are wearing all black.
But I did today. He was later. We were at the gym till 10.
Whoa!
Zoinks.
And I was like, he must be not working today, and he is just working from home. But I did say, why don't you come down with me?
Yeah.
And he's like, I got it. He had to get this sick cat into squeezed in it. But yes,
cats.
I said I thought
Should
it would
be squeezing a sick cat.
Yeah, really.
I said, Rob, I have lots of great idea, and he does listen to them. And I said, because he's 25 years on the air now.
Right, yes.
And I said, why don't I interview you on the show? Like, I'll bring some questions about your 25 years on the air.
Nice.
All right, so can we do that? Can we
Yes,
interview
I
him
told them.
together?
Let's see. Let's text Rob right now.
Whoa,
No.
He might be
No,
at the
I
vet.
can't.
FaceTime him.
No, he won't answer.
Damn
He's
it.
at the vet.
All right, so text him. All
And
right.
it's 12:27.
Oh. All right, well,
Oh,
so
shit.
Big Teddy Bear is Mickey Delaney. Hello,
Nice.
Mickey
Hey,
Delaney.
Mickey.
Haven't seen your name in a long time. Jerry Lahane is now claiming that he's the one who gave Kurt Cobain his name. He says Kurt Cobain's real last name was O'Connor, and he was the one that told him to go with Cobain. Jerry, you're killing me.
And the original lyrics, the reason why the song was called Smells Like Teen Spirit. Smells like Teen Spirit.
Now, all right, let's see. Somebody called It's Me says, I have met so many celebrities and stars over the past 30 years, would never approach them. People overwhelm them. They have no peace when they're out. All right, that says It's Me. I think it depends. Sally and I years ago were having dinner in the city, and Dominic Chianese, who played Uncle Junior on The Sopranos, he was a few tables away. We didn't bother him because he's eating dinner. But if you're at something like this, if you're here at the club or something, or you're at a concert, like there are certain events where people, I think they expect to be approached. It's a public event, But if they're with their family or something eating dinner, no, I agree. You don't bother them. But
you know who was? I think I seldom get like starstruck. Especially at my age. I'm like, I just don't give a shit. But I was doing something at the Islander game the other day, and I don't really even pay attention. I don't care for the Islanders. I shouldn't say that. Wait, let me clarify.
That's sad because they have such nice things to say about you.
I love the Islanders. My husband is a season ticket holder. He goes
Nice.
to all the shows.
I never liked him.
And he likes when I go with him, but it's like I don't really get it. They could be sitting at my kitchen table. It's sports. I really just don't know about sports. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm sorry I haven't made my mouth real.
No,
What
here, you
the
can put it
hell?
right here.
I thought I needed it now. It's just distracting. Sorry, I just spit up in my purse.
We'll give it back and forth.
So, but I was volunteering for a charity I really believe in, and Winnie Cooper was there.
Dana McKellar.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wonder Years?
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
God,
okay, yeah,
I got
yeah.
so
Really?
giddy. I love the Wonder Years.
Oh,
I
wow.
love the soundtrack to the Wonder Years. Songs will come on, and even when she walks down the hall and they play the Beach Boys, and she's like, and the one where they're trying to teach Kevin to dance, like every time I hear like, so many songs bring me right, and I just thought it was so well written, and like, it was such a part of me growing up. I got so starstruck. And I was like, I'll never, I'm really not the type to be like, if it's for my kid, maybe. But like for myself, I'd be like, no, I need to meet this person or that. I was like, here I am. So the foundation that I was volunteering for buys hearing aids for children because they're really not covered. It's not mandated in New York to cover hearing aids, and they're ridiculously priced. So like kids just don't hear. It's ridiculous. But so I actually went shamelessly to the people that manage the not-for-profit, and I'm like, can Danica come down and take a picture in front of our step and repeat? Like, I think it would be really great for the kids that need hearing aids. Like, fucking shameless. And they were like, no. It was so shameless. It was just, if I could parade a kid out, I'd be like, this kid right here. Yeah.
What?
So bad. She did not. They didn't. No.
Did you? So you didn't even meet her or
And
anything?
then my nephew works there. I'm like, where is Winnie Cooper? And he's like, who's that? And I'm like, Danica. And then he's like, no, she's in the owner's box. You're not getting it anyway.
Wow. Oh, I'm sorry.
That was a little starstruck for me, like the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
And then she went on to be like get a doctorate in math.
Yeah.
Like smart.
Yale.
And she's
a
still,
Yaley.
she's beautiful too.
She doesn't.
Wow. Yeah, she's a beautiful woman.
She doesn't age.
Yeah, right.
Well, that makes her hotter. So she still looks like she's 12.
But crazy. Winnie Cooper. Remember what you didn't watch?
Yeah.
Oh God, the
Of
Wonder
course.
Years was just outstanding.
Again, as with everything, I watched the first few episodes and then.
Nothing. No.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing.
It was
we're
a cool
older.
concept and everything, but I was like, meh.
And the music that went along with it. And
But yeah, I did. I admit I did have the soundtrack for a while. I
such
eventually
a
got
great
rid of it.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
Oh, so my mother is chiming in saying that she now does Hallmark movies,
that's a
makes them?
huge
What?
industry.
She makes them?
or she's in them. I don't know. I don't pay attention to my mother. I don't
She
know what she's
watches.
saying.
That's not nice. I'd give $1 million to pay attention to my mother. That's all I'm gonna guilt you with today.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Well, it didn't work.
Hallmark movies. There's a great segment on CBS Sunday Morning about them and how popular. I'm guessing it might be the same people that were here last night.
Yes.
Like
Oh, absolutely.
yes.
Yeah.
they
Yes.
line up to meet. It's like a huge.
I have a
sneaky
cousin that
industry.
goes to. She travels all over Florida. That's where she lives, and actually, I think even beyond. Goes to these cons to meet these soap opera people, these Hallmark movie people. Like it's a big thing. In fact, I'm seeing now at the Patchogue Theater, they're doing this thing now where they have this thing next month. You can watch the movie High Fidelity, but John Cusack's going to be there.
Right.
But now they're doing Fast Times with Judge Reinhold.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And speaking of Judge Reinhold, you see there's another Beverly Hills Cop
Dude,
movie
it
coming
looks
out?
fucking awesome.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Dude,
It looks like there's a lot of cool action, but it doesn't look like...
Yeah, that's all that shit ever is.
No, you go to see Eddie Murphy play the ghetto character that he used to... What do you call it?
Ghetto character.
What do you call the stereotypical guy he played in his first few
The
movies?
wise-cracking, street-smart
There you go. Yes.
detective.
There you go. It's not going to work. It's
That's
30 years
ghetto?
later. No, I'm just talking about him.
No,
It's
I know.
not
He's
gonna work.
using his
It's-
privilege. He's trying to hide behind his
That's right.
privilege.
It's 40 years later. It's not going to work anymore.
Why don't you think it's going to work anymore?
Because that was that's what made the movie work. Was he was a young guy and he had all this street cred and he was
Yeah, so now he's going to be an old
and-
guy doing the same fucking thing.
40 years later he's in his 60s. Who cares about this wisecracking 60-year-old man who can't run anymore to chase down the bad guys? Did you see Coming to America 2?
No, but
Right.
that doesn't mean that this
Yes,
is
it
coming
does.
to America too.
Yes, it does.
Right, let's
Yes,
wait
it
for it to
does.
come out. I'm right. Nostalgia. Again, see, it circles back. It then
right.
never goes away. Nostalgia just hangs in our head, poisoning every new thing that comes out.
I love it. I love like revisiting.
No, I do too, but you don't like we were saying earlier is that like anybody who starts off a comment or something with I feel bad for kids these days because they don't have this thing that I had when I was a kid. It's like, dude, right. And it's, wasn't exactly what you remember it as, first of all.
Yeah, we remember the good parts.
Right.
But
Or-
also,
or-
kid, this is a different world. That the shit
Right.
you're talking about doesn't match
Or
up
when
with the way the world
like
is.
you said, like you were texting the kid, he didn't know who Winnie Cooper is. Like,
Yeah.
how many times do you people go, how do you not? In fact, we talked about it once. Dan LaRocco was in here, and Jeff Bosey said
Bosey
something
flipped out on him.
about Huey Lewis, and Dan LaRocco goes, I don't know who that is. And Bosey's like, how do you not know who Huey Lewis is? Dan LaRocco's 22 years old. Why would he know who Huey Lewis is?
I was like, you are. We have to stop holding people hostage, young people hostage, for the sum of all pop culture that came before them, because it's impossible. Like, dude, whenever people ask me what my favorite movie is, I always say Gunga Din, just because it's a difficult question for me to answer, and it's a great way to just sort of pass off. Have you ever seen Gunga Din? Have you ever seen The Party with Peter Sellers, which lampoons Gunga Din? No. Cary Grant, if I could tell you, Cary Grant, Douglas Fairbanks Jr., Victor Mature, like it was the original Buddy movie. It's from 1940. Amazing movie, hilarious movie, tons of action. Nobody knows what the fuck it is. So wait, how could you not know what Gunga Din is? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense.
Right.
I also don't know who all these like new like if Olivia Rodrigo is sitting there, I wouldn't know. And for that
I
matter,
would.
I
She's
said
hot
before,
as hell, dude.
if all the sports people like my husband brought up Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Honestly, if
Kelsey.
he was sitting next to me,
I
he a
think
nice
you would know
person?
it. He's a good-looking dude. He's a big dude.
He's not my style. I've seen pictures of him, but he's a big like the side. I remember going to Joe took me to talk about wasted tickets. He took me to the All-Star basketball game. And
Yeah, I wouldn't even want to go there.
it's like you just see all these tall, but then we get to meet all basketball players like they
Right.
sign
The new
all-
bowl.
and like people I know would be like, you have a picture with this, and it's like it could be, but the fact that they were so tall, you see all
Right.
these men walking around them.
Yep.
I'm sure they're lovely. I have a like, are you a good person? Are you funny? Like I do like but like sports.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Islanders are like kids. Like all these hockey players are like younger than my son.
I mean, most of them are in their 20s. Most of them.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
And the further you get away from something like that, the more dramatic that difference looks. Do you ever look at like old pictures of like your parents when they were in high school and you're like, you look old as fuck in this picture.
Yes.
But they were 18 in that
Crazy.
picture.
And
But
meanwhile,
our brains are
and the
are
people
wired
younger
in a
than
weird
us,
way.
they look young.
They
to
look
us.
even younger. They're like, what are you,
Yes.
12?
Right.
Are you 15? Like, I remember hearing people say, I hate when people, like, oh, I'm 25. And people, you're just a baby. Be like, bitch, I'm fucking going through a divorce.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean I'm a baby?
I got divorced at 27.
Well, I got married at 20, 5 days before my 21st birthday.
You got married at 20?
Yeah, to a
you
woman who
still-
was 5.5 years older than me.
Are you still married to that woman? Oh, okay. I was gonna say. No, that's.
No, I was so like, and that's all me. Like, I actually every now and then am overcome by regret and guilt that I put her through having to deal with me, going through the shit that I was going through at that time. So yeah, bad. It's a big mistake, but
You
whatever.
can't own that. Like,
Oh yes, I
gotta
can.
know.
Oh no! Trust me, Tony knows I'm a deeply disturbed individual.
Oh, totally.
like I just saw some woman on the Sienna Miller. Maybe is she having a baby with like a 27-year-old?
Okay.
And I'm
Who's
looking at
Sienna?
that and I'm like, that.
Who's
is a
Sienna Miller?
fucking
Sienna
headache.
Miller is younger than me, though.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, younger than you. I'm not trying to be mean, but
No.
like, should you be having a baby with a 27-year-old?
No, that's age inappropriate. Like, and it's not even age inappropriate. It's so funny. I never thought that this was going to happen, but you can. My business partner is a lesbian, and like she'll be like, "Oh, that guy's hot." Like when we're having a conversation, and I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Hey, I can still appreciate beauty."
Sure.
And I'm like, "Oh my god, yes! Oh my god, that freezes, that opens up my brain because yes, a 21-year-old, an Olivia Rodrigo, beautiful, gorgeous. I would be in awe if I was ever in the presence of, but." Even if she was having some sort of mental breakdown and wanted to talk to me for anything more than like
Yeah.
2 seconds of like, oh, hi, like you're with your daughter, obviously, kind of thing. Like, I still wouldn't feel comfortable. I probably would get caught up in the whatever, but I'm not attracted in like a way where it's like because there's fantasy and then there's like a real like, oh man, like that waitress is really attractive.
Let me sit down and have dinner with her and then see where it goes.
Right, and then get to know her and whatever. And,
Right.
and so I can look at Olivia Rodrigo and go, wow, she's beautiful. But if the opportunity were to ever, if the world ended and it was just her and I even then would just be like, hey, let me show you how to start a fire. like I just more of that kind of relationship with her. But like women who are my age, I am just as attractive, if not more attracted
Yeah.
now.
Who is Sienna
women
Miller?
my
She's a good-looking lady.
Oh God, she's
she an actress?
Is that the-
Jude
did I
Law's
get it right?
ex-wife.
Oh,
Yeah, she was in Rock and Rolla. She was in which is a Guy Ritchie movie. Speaking of Madonna,
yeah. Snatch is one of the best movies ever.
dude,
It's a great movie.
never trust a man with a pig farm.
Right.
The average pig can cut through human.
This is her and her baby daddy because she's about to have a baby.
Okay.
He's 27.
And how old is she?
She's got to be like 38-ish kind of thing, 36 maybe.
No, I think she's like.
She's
I think
older?
She's 41. Let me say.
Oh yeah, there it is. She's
41.
gonna.
She's about to turn 42.
She's in 2 weeks.
Yeah, she's born in 81, 6 years
Yeah.
younger than me.
Right. Wow. All right. All right. Well,
Wow.
with that, it's time to go. We're
it's
running
time
late
to go.
already.
I got a dog with it. I had a date with
You
a
have the
dog.
walk a dog. You're
That's a really good yo-yo trick. Good luck.
you're doing door court tonight.
I am going to go down to do the door court thing. Yeah.
What's that?
It's where you go and you do, it's an open mic essentially, but Miguel Silva, brilliant, has, it's on Twitch. And people comment, and he reads the comments during.
they-
So
I'm
it's
gonna follow
people
that.
just being roasted.
Yeah, they go to town on these people.
So which I'm actually looking for more stuff about me that I can make fun of. So I'm going to be actually stealing the things that are said about me.
Right.
Which if it's
That's awesome.
as long as it's not the pedo stuff, because that's the guys have been bringing me up that way at mics lately.
The pedo stuff.
Yeah, like they'll be like, "Oh, I know he looks like a pedophile."
Oh.
But see, Billy's got the best one, which is Andy's a good friend of mine, but I kind of can't trust him because he kind of looks like the guy who's trying to kill Frosty. It's my hat. I always do that afterwards to
Wait,
yeah.
door court?
Dork.
Oh, dork.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week to hearing all about that.
Yes.
And I will tell you too, next week, and you'll be a part of it this time. I hope we'll be zooming with Elio on next Friday for a little while.
Just gonna be here.
All right, so
Yeah, nice to meet you too, Elio.
go see Andy tonight at Door Court, or come here to see Vic DiBattista.
Definitely go to see Vic DiBattista before you come see me.
Who else is around here this weekend? Noel Rodney Jr., Laura Patton, Gino Strong, Eric D'Alessandro is here on Sunday, so you might see Chris Thomas here. Vladimir Kamano.
Yes. Why are you not having him in here?
Maybe I'm not sure if I'm going to get in here this weekend.
Leave the door open.
Right.
Put
Steve
a piece
Burton.
of cheese here.
Call Steve Burton. Tell him to tell D'Alessandro.
Sunday,
Put up
Sunday.
a faux wall right there, so he has no choice. He's got to come in here.
All right. Well, are you definitely coming, or you don't know yet?
No, I don't know. Like I said, I will be in Delaware, but it's supposed to rain, so hopefully we'll be back. We'll see.
Delaware sucks when it rains.
All right. I might. Maybe I'll try to get in
He's
here Sunday. I
also
don't
funny
know.
like that.
Yeah. Oh no, he is. He's funny. I just don't know if I can get. I definitely can't get here tonight or tomorrow night. I'll try. Maybe I'll try to get here Sunday. Vladimir Kamano, Joe Matarese, who has been in here. He's playing McGuire's all weekend. He's great.
He's got such an amazing delivery.
Yeah, I love Joe. He's fantastic. So go to govs.com and make some reservations to some great comedy shows. And, of course, don't forget, it's coming up, December 22nd at the Brokerage. Come enjoy a fun murder mystery show, a holiday-themed show with our mob thing. Knockem Dead Comedy at the Brokerage, December 22nd.
Do it.
Please do it. All right, and that's it. We're out of here. So Monday, Ashley Gudemuth will be Zooming in with me. Tuesday, Sean Elliott will be here. Thursday, Mike Kaplan. And I feel like I have a guest on Tuesday with Sean, but I'm forgetting somebody. Next Friday, Andy will be here with Elio will be Zooming in. And it'll be our last show before the holidays. All right, well, thank you, guys. Thank you, Chris Thomas. Always fun to hang out with Chris.
Fun.
Absolutely.
That's me.
All right, everybody, enjoy your weekend. Oh, don't forget, tonight at... Oh, no, it's actually... I take that back. He already posted it. Donversations with Don Sill. It usually comes on at 8, but it's already out there. So go check that out. He talks to a comedian named...
That's a weird name. Is that a family name?
I forget her name, but no, she has a weird name. It's going to bug me. I want to say Mo Money, but I know that's not it. It's something weird like that. Hang on.
We'll wait.
Yeah, wait. Stick around. Hang on. Testimony.
Yeah.
That you can see right now. And don't forget, Monday morning, Drinks, Jokes, and Storytelling will be premiering a new episode. That's also
are they
Monday.
doing the Corey Feldman one?
Is that with
Yes.
Corey Feldman? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Richie Byrne has an interesting story about Corey Feldman. It's a little tragic, but a little funny. And Ashley Gudermuth is on that, too. She's on that show as well on Monday.
So unfortunate.
No, she's great.
No. But the spelling and how a normal person would look at that. I feel bad for her. That's coming from a
Ashley's name, you mean?
Yeah.
It's not Guttermouth.
Right. She's dealt with that her entire
I'm sure she
life.
has. But she's a great comedian. If you're not familiar with her, go check her out. She won during the pandemic when all the talk shows were Zooming. Jimmy Fallon had a contest where people could submit a video of themselves reading a bit from Jerry Seinfeld's book. And the book had all of his bits that he's ever done. She won.
Oh.
She won. I forget the bit that she did, but
she didn't fall asleep halfway. No, I'm only kidding.
Oh my
What did
goodness.
she win?
Good question. I don't even know.
The ability to mention this contest for the rest of her life.
Yeah. Well, they showed it. She was on the Tonight Show.
No, dude,
so
that's.
There you go. All right, we're out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Maybe enjoy your weekend. Maybe we'll be on Sunday. We'll see. If not, we'll definitely see you Monday. All right. We'll see you later. Thanks, guys.
Event today. What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy murder mystery show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what? Good.
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. She had a great time.
Washington.
KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah.